the key to getting your perfect soul's 6-star awakening as easy as possible and for free. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be talking about some really cool stuff. Now, you might have picked up on this when I did my awakening pull video, where I pulled the soul, what are they called? Let's just go and see. Soulstones. When I did my soulstone pulling video, I said I probably shouldn't be disenchanting this because I have a few ideas, and those ideas were formulated, so I'm going to tell you guys what they are today here. So what you pretty much want in this game is 6-star perfect souls for your legendaries, epics, rares, whatever kind of champions. The best way to do that is from the soul merchant. As we can see, I have some pretty good champions up. However, the currency is hard to get. You need to do an exchange system, and ideally you want these eternal soul essence. That's going to be the key here. It's not going to be as bad getting the, I don't even know what the names of these currencies are called. I should probably know them. That would help out for sure. Okay, immortal soul coin, and then we have eternal soul coin. So the immortals, they're not that hard to get. They can be depending on what you're farming, but they're not that hard to get. The eternal soul coins, that can be hard to get. However, I've come up with a way where you can get them a lot easier. And the first thing we need to talk about is do not get rid of or disenchant anything yet, right? So the 1-stars, they give you 20 of the immortal, but they don't give any eternal. However, if you go to a 4-star champion, this is where you start getting the eternal pieces, which you really need. So what do you do? What's the most optimal way to do this? And that is going to be using your awakenings. Use them, do not disenchant them, because you cannot get a duplicate once you've already awakened a champion. This is really good news. I asked Plarium about this, they confirmed it. So if I use this for Hakorn right here, the epic, I can never get from summoning a 1-star awakening perfect soul. It will always be 2 or higher. Why would I want that? That doesn't matter as much, but getting a 2 then getting a 3 is perfect. The goal here is to always get 4-star awakenings on your champions. Why is that? Because you get the better currency, which is going to be what you really need. As of right now, we only need the immortal soul essence to buy from the market if it's 1-star, 2-star, but once they start getting expensive, this is where you really need the eternal soul essence, which requires the eternal soul coin. So once again, to make sure that happens, yes, you can go through and delete all of the 1 and 2 stars. I don't know why I'm doing it manually. I can just click 1, 2, 3-star, and then where's the select all button? No select all? Okay, so there's no select all button. But as we can see here, I am only getting the immortal currency. Doesn't matter if it's legendary. Of course, the quantities are going to be different based on legendary, epic, and then rare. But this does not get me the premium that I'm looking for. So if I go to 4, 5, and 6, now we're talking, right? Now we can just watch as everything ramps up. So the goal here is going to be, I mean, look at this, 1,300, right? So by lowering the pool of the champions you're getting, making sure they're always 4-star or higher, even rares, we cannot count rares out, even though they're the smallest difficulty. Yes, you do get less, but we can just compare. We get 6 for a 4-star rare. Do we have any 4-star epics? We get 24 for a 4-star epic. I don't have any 4-star legendaries, but we get 350 for a 5-star. Do I have 5 stars to compare? Okay, so 350 legendary 5-star. We have 26 from a rare 5-star. 26 is not nothing by any means. And then okay, so we have an epic, 100 for an epic. So you can see how this scales up pretty significantly here. So if you've been selling 1-stars already, I'm sorry. What you want to do is, and this is what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to make a way to where I dedicate the reserve vault for, I mean, granted I only have 100 slots here. I could get some more, but I'm going to dedicate this to rares, right? No more me throwing out rares. I know it's crazy. I never thought I'd see this day, but I need rares now, 1 of each. Because rares are going to be the most common thing ever. So as I'm pulling, if I want to min-max the eternal soul coins that I'm going to be getting, because ideally, I mean, once I start getting 1, 2, and 3 stars of the awakenings, I don't want to fall short if I see that 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star in the marketplace. I want to be able to snap it up as soon as I see it to make sure I can get that champion, because it's going to be much harder to pull it. The odds of pulling the soul stone of a champion you really need are very, very low. But with this refresh in this soul merchant, it's pretty consistent. Am I going to say that you're going to see the champions you need quite often? No, that's not going to be a reality for sure. But the odds of you finding a good champion in this soul market are going to be very, very high for sure. So my advice to make sure you're getting the most amount of eternal soul coins is going to be use the 1-star awakenings, use the 2-star awakenings. That way, every time you hit this summon soul stone button, you know what, let's just summon 5 for the video. Every time you do this, you lower your odds of getting, what do we get? 2-star deathless, okay. See, another thing to add to the collection, another reason why it's going to be important. And I mean, listen, in a sense, this is going to force you to expand your champion capacity if you need to. Is that going to be ideal for some players? Not really. I'm not a huge fan of it costing silver legendary. What do we get? Okay, Pixneal, listen, I'm going to use it. Like I said, it's going to be worth using instead of disenchanting it, because we all know that we have the best luck for the worst champions, and it is what it is. So the next time I can only get a 2-star perfect soul, which is good. So as I was saying, not a huge fan of the champion storage system, but the good news is with this method, and I mean, I was extending this storage because I was pulling and I wasn't too sure. I wanted to make sure I had the data in front of me, so I kind of saved everything I had been pulling here. But now that I do, I definitely wasted tons of silver here. There's no doubt about it. But once I start getting these 1-stars and these 2-stars awakened onto the champions that I currently have, that's when things are going to start ramping for myself. That's when things are going to start ramping for you, getting you that currency, making sure that you're on top of the shop every time it refreshes, and you can get the champions you really need. This is a whole other layer of RNG mitigation, in my opinion at least, that I wasn't expecting. I do like the wish list. I think the wish list is good. I do like the fact that you can disenchant. Now that I know that disenchanting is kind of a bait, hopefully you guys haven't been disenchanting too much. I disenchanted a ton for that video, and I've even said at the time, I'll probably regret it. Do I regret it? Yes, because I already see champions that I've gotten multiples of that could have been 3-star, 4-star had I used them already. So that's going to be the main point here, and what I want to know from you guys is, for one, hopefully this helped you. For two, who is your most wanted awakened champion? I'm curious about that because there are so many options in the roster, and there's so many different types of blessings that you can get for your champion. So with that being said, I'm curious to know from you guys in the comment section, who's the champion that you want to awaken the most and put blessings on? Out of everyone in your roster, if you could just pick one champion, I want to see the comment of who you would pick, because I'm curious. It's kind of 50-50 with me. I think some people are going to pick their fast champions, revivers, Duchess, Sifi, Arbiter, but I also think nukers are going to be in high demand, and then you have the dungeon champions, the kings of the dungeon, or clan boss, Hydra, Geomancer for example, Brogni, any champion like that. So I'm kind of split with how I'm feeling the community is going to respond to that question here. So I'm definitely very curious to see your feedback on your most wanted awakened role and champion by telling me that, because I do think, this is just my theory, it's going to be very spread throughout a lot of people. Some people want to do like the fast champions, like I said. A lot of people want to do their nukers for arena, but arena's kind of dead for a pretty large majority. Maybe not so much the people watching, but of the game, arena's pretty much dead. That may change in the future. Of course, we do have tons of PvP changes coming soon, but it is what it is. So I do want to know that information from you guys for sure. I'm curious. I've been asking people, and I said, you know what, let me just put it into a video. And of course, this video, it fits in very well. So heed my advice if you want, if you agree with my opinion at all. I think this is going to be the best way. I think I've done the math on it, and ideally, it's going to take about 1 year to awaken 4 champions of your choice. Doesn't matter who it is. Now, of course, the odds of it happening to a legendary, I only considered legendary for this. I did not consider epics, I did not consider rares, but based on what I've seen here, based on the amount of champions, the refresh rate of this soul merchant here, and of course the odds, including the wish list here, you should be getting 6 awakenings done on 4 champions per year. Now, that may seem terrible. You guys can give me your feedback on that as well. Do you think that's terrible? I don't think that's terrible, because imagine if I told you that you could get 4 legendaries of your choice per year from pulling shards. Right? That's kind of it's not the best comparison, because of course shards are much different than soul stones. One's giving you a champion, one's buffing a champion, but it's the same principle and the same concept. So I thought it was going to be much worse. I thought it was going to be like 1 to 2, and this does not even include buying extra keys for the Iron Fortress. If you're farming stage 16 and you're buying keys every single day, you're going to get more and more. Now, does this benefit pay to win more? Yes, you would have to have the gems, of course. And this doesn't include people buying packs, so they're going to have higher odds here. But this only counts that 4 champion. How I came up with that is if you're doing what I'm talking about, awakening all the champions that you can, and make sure you're min-maxing your farm on these eternal soul coins as best you can. So that's going to conclude this video of, like I said, give me the responses to what I was looking for in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next upload.